Most dads think being a good dad means providing, being around, and trying your best. But if we're being honest, a lot of us don't actually know what good looks like. In this video, I'm gonna break down 5 lessons on what being a good dad really means, not just on paper, but in real life. I'm a dad of 3, soon to be 4, and I've had to learn all this stuff the hard way. Now, I help other dads do the same thing. So for a long time, I thought I was doing pretty well as a dad. I was working, providing, showing up. I wasn't absent. I wasn't careless. But honestly, I was coasting. I was there, but not fully present. I was involved, but not intentional. I was reacting way more than I was leading. And it didn't hit me all at once either. It was more like small moments stacking up. Times where I was distracted when my kids wanted my attention. Times where I chose comfort instead of engagement. Times where I realized I was bringing leftover stress from work into my home. And I started asking myself, if this is what I'm modeling, what are my kids actually learning from me? Because they're not just listening to what I say, they're watching how I live. And that's where it hit me. Being a good dad isn't automatic. It's not something you just become over time. It's something that you have to choose every single day. And so I realized I had a choice to make. Do I keep coasting or start being intentional about the kind of dad I actually wanted to be? So I started making some changes. Not huge, dramatic ones, but more small, consistent shifts in how I show up. And over time, that actually started to change everything. You ever feel like you're with your kids, but not really there? Like your body's in the room, but your mind is on work, your phone, literally anything and everything else. And then the day ends and you feel like you missed the whole thing. That was me for the longest time. Not a bad dad, just distracted and inconsistent and checked out more than I probably wanted to admit. This is exactly why I built a 30-day coaching program to help dads become more present, intentional, and confident at home. I'm working with a small group right now, and I want you to be part of that. And if you're not ready, I also put together a free emotional reset guide. Something simple you can use if you're feeling overwhelmed, distracted, or just off. Both of those things are linked below in the description, as well as a link to join the Dad Signal community completely for free. One of the best things you can do to be more intentional is to be a part of a group of dads that are trying to do the same thing and keeping each other accountable. And again, it's free to join now, but it's not going to be forever. All right, so here's what started to shift for me. First, being a good dad is less about what you provide and more about how you show up. Don't get me wrong, providing matters, but your presence matters more. Your kids aren't gonna remember everything that you bought them, but they will remember how you made them feel. Were you engaged? Were you paying attention? Were you actually there? Number 2, intentional beats automatic every time. You don't just drift into being a great dad. You become one by choosing it daily. Choosing to put the phone down. Choosing to engage even when you're tired. Choosing to lead instead of just reacting. Those small choices, repeated consistently, that's what builds trust with your kids. Third thing, your example is louder than anything you say. You can tell your kids to be patient and disciplined and kind, but if they don't see it in you, it's not gonna stick. They're watching how you treat your spouse, how you handle stress, how you respond when things don't go your way. That's the real lesson that they're learning. Number 4, you don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be present. A lot of dads hold back because they feel like they're not doing enough or they're not doing it right. But your kids don't need perfection. They do need consistency. They do need attention. They do need you showing up even when you're tired and even when you don't feel like it. And finally, number 5, being a good dad means leading your home, not just living in it. This means setting the tone. I'm talking emotionally, practically, spiritually. For me, this is where faith started to play a bigger role. Not in a forced way, but in how I lead, how I treat my family, and how I make decisions. Because if I'm not intentional about that, something else is gonna fill that space. So here's the question for this video. Are you coasting as a dad, or are you being intentional? What's one small way you could show up differently this week? Not a complete overhaul, just one shift. Because being a good dad isn't about big moments. It's built in the small ones every single day. Remember, you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be present, and you do have to choose it. If this hit home, drop a comment. What does being a good dad mean to you? And if you're trying to grow in this, become more intentional, and lead your family well, stick around, because that's what all of this is about.